I had to film this intro 5 times now because I couldn't get it right. But UFC Fight Night, UFC Vegas 67, Imavov versus Gastlelum takes place this weekend. And we're going to go through the full card predictions, full card breakdown, and in detailed predictions, starting with the early prelim opener of Priscilla Cachoeira versus Sijara Eubanks. I think this is comfortably a Priscilla Cachoeira win here, probably by first round KO. Sijara Eubanks, why is she here? 37 years old, 7-7 in the UFC. She's just been losing over and over and pulling out of fights. Like, she was supposed to fight Moroz. She was supposed to fight Moroz, but pulled out twice against Marina Moroz. See, she pulled out there to an injury. Eubanks withdrew. I don't even know why she's in the UFC. I know she beat Elise Reed, and that is looking like a good win, but Elise Reed, like, it was her UFC debut, and she took it on very short notice. But Pani Kianzad beat her. Ketlin Vieira beat her. She beat Julia Avila, but Avila, I think, was just all hype at the time. And she got the win there, but she's 7-7, 37 years old. She's probably making money in her career. If she loses this one, which I do believe she will, I think Priscilla Cachoeira gets this one done. She should be cut from the UFC. 34 years old for Cachoeira. And I get it, Eubanks has, I get it, Cachoeira has a weakness in the ground game, but she beat Lipsky round 1 KO, which was a good win. A lot of people thought she got robbed, she got gifted a decision against Kim. I think so as well, but it's a close competitive fight where you can't really say worst robbery I've ever seen. Like, it was a bit of a robbery, but come on, Julian Robertson beat her, but Robertson's good. She's now the girl known to submit Rose Namajunas on, what is it called? Submission Underground, let's just call it. Our Fury FC. But that's not bad. She beat Gina Mazzani, Shayna Dobson. I think she'll beat Sijara Eubanks pretty comfortably here. Moving on the card. Let's get off that fight. Jimmy Flick versus Charles Johnson. Jimmy Flick's gonna get sparked, I think. Not sparked, but I think he's going to get a bit of a wake-up here against Charles Johnson, who did get gifted a decision against Zhalgas Magulov. But it's Zhalgas, he's very good. And he retired after that fight, I get it, but he still made that fight competitive, Should have lost the fight to Zhalgas, I understand. I think he did very well against Makayev. Very well against Muhammad Makayev. And even then, I just don't see Jimmy Flick out-grappling Charles Johnson. I really don't see that. Like, I get it, he submitted Cody Durden, but he kind of looked shit in that fight, not gonna lie. Looked quite trash in that fight. I'll say it comfortably. Like, he didn't look great early on, but then got the flying triangle choke, which was a good choke. But come on. I get Johnson's taking it on short notice, but he's a massive, massive favorite here. I'll go Charles Johnson getting this one done by, by like a guillotine choke or something, pulling it on Flick and tapping him out. Moving on, up the card, Daniel Argueta versus Isaac Dolgarian. People are picking, I didn't look at this one. I looked at Rebecci's fight, not. I didn't look at this one. I have to pick one, though. Who is Isaac Dolgarian? 26 years old. Beat TJ Britton, 7-2. He just has fought cans, and he has an amateur career, but Daniel Argueta isn't great. But at least he's beating a 12-0 Myron, whatever his name is, Mayron Santos, 12-0, 14-6, Diego Silva, 6-3, not the best, to Rodney Mondala, 4-1, Jackson Santa Cruz, and he has an amateur as well, so I'm actually going to lean Daniel Argueta here, getting this one done. Damon Jackson's very good, and he still made that fight razor competitive. Like, people say Jackson, he's kind of good, Jackson destroys all the other opponents, but Daniel Argueta actually gave him a tough time. But lost the fight. So I'll go Daniel Argueta, grappling clinic, 29-28. Not clinic, but he gets the job done, in my opinion. Yeah, don't know what the other guy's reach is, though, but I'll suspect it's around the same, slightly, more of an inch, like on 2 inches, 2 inches ahead for a Bulgarian. So I'll go Argueta, whatever it is. Moving on up the card, Alan Askamento versus Carlos Hernandez. You gotta go Alan Askamento. I think you're quite stupid if you pick Hernandez here. Ascamento's a freaking beast. Like, I'll say it. Like, he is very good. Like, out-grappling Jake Hadley like that is very good. I know Alan Askamento, like, he's big. He's not big, but he's quite strong for that division. But he should have won against Tagir Limbekov. And even then, like, making it razor close against Tagir, I get he kind of got grappled, but Tagir's kind of really good in that division. I get it. He's actually not bad. But he arguably should have won against Paiva, you know, like, he's very good. Like, him and Malcolm Gordon would have been an interesting fight, but Carlos Hernandez, like, it's just, you go from beating Victor Altamirano, where you arguably should have lost, let's be real, close fight, but he arguably should have lost, to Alan Askamento, you know? And he got a split decision over that Daniel Barras guy, but he just hasn't fought the competition. He should have lost to Altamirano. And he's so basic. Like, I'm going to Askamento out grappling him. 30-27 unanimous decision. Yeah. Moving on. Up the card. Matthias Mendonsa versus Javid Baszler. I looked at this Mendonsa guy. He's not bad. He actually isn't bad. Like, I looked at his Contender Series fight. He had a great KO. But no, it wasn't him. It was it was Claudio Ribeiro. That guy, Abdul. We'll get to him in a second, but he got a good KO. But Javid Baszler's good, man. He's just a step ahead. I don't know why they make this fight. You should have done Baszler versus Davey Grant. Gave him a tough test, but too soon for Mendonsa. Tough debut. I'll definitely pick him to lose this one. Close decision. I'd say Baszler gets maybe Baszler slightly lands him each and every round in a competitive fight. Gets the decision, no. Mendonsa, he beat I'm not going to pronounce that name. The other guy's 23. Why would they feed? I don't know. It's so stupid. Javid wins, though. He beat Gravely. Beat Jones. It's not like the other guy is grappling, so I'll definitely pick Javid. Moving on up the card. Matthias Rebecci versus Nick Floor. Holy shit. So many fucking debuters on this card. A lot of people are making their debut. I'll go Matthias Rebecci pretty comfortably here. I mean, Nick Floor is a freaking can crusher. Like, 5-19, 5-15-13, 8-4, whatever, kind of a trash record. 15-98 over Jay Ellis. 3-9 over Jerome Mickle. And he beat Jay Ellis twice. I know he has an amateur experience, but he's probably the most can crusher I've ever seen. Matthias Rebecci will get this one done, in my opinion. What are the odds? He better be like a huge favorite. Yeah, huge favorite there. He's going to destroy Nick Floor and submit him early with a rear naked choke. That's just how it goes. I can't really explain more. Matthias Rebecci's really good, 30 years old. Was supposed to fight Omar Morales, which would have been an interesting one, but he probably would have won that as well. And he beat Rodrigo Lidio in that last one. Rear naked choke, easy stuff from Matthias Rebecci. He'll do it again. Moving on up the card, Abdul Alassane versus Claudio Ribeiro. I don't know if that's how you pronounce that last name. It's probably Ribeiro or something dumb like that, but it says Ribeiro in my opinion. I think he beats Abdul. I just think Abdul, man, like he's good, but he's 37. You know, fought a year ago against Joaquin Buckley, and fair enough. Like, he looked decent, but he still lost. And Buckley's not doing great in his career. Just lost to Imavov and Curtis. And I get he beat the Chirico, but the Chirico is nothing great. I just don't see him winning. I think when his prime, I think the prime of him was when he beat Sabah Hamasi, Nico Price. Yeah, I just think he's done. So yeah, I'm definitely gonna be going for Claudio Ribeiro. Great KO in that last one over that guy. Left hook, then rocked him, a spinning back fist. So yeah, he's gonna beat Abdul. Probably Abdul's the favorite. How is Abdul a favorite? I'm taking the underdog here in Ribeiro. I think he gets it done. Moving on, and he has a reach advantage as well. 1 inch in reach. Not 1 inch. No, what am I talking about? He has 2, 4, 5. He has, what does he have? What? He has a 4-inch reach advantage. Yeah. Lots to work with here. Moving on. Up the card to the main card. Umar Nurmagomedov versus Hani Barcelos. I'm going to be going for Umar. No, I actually picked No, I'm kidding. I'm not going to pick Barcelos. It's good, though. This is a tough test for Umar, but I just don't see him winning this against Barcelos. Like, I get Barcelos beat Trevin Jones, but Trevin Jones is nothing great, you know? Like, and I picked Trevin Jones to win that one over Hani, but Hani got it done there. But Victor Henry ain't great. He just got scolded by a Sun Sao who's at least 40 now. You know, and Timur Valiev, I know he lost that fight, but still. And it should have been a draw. I just don't see Umar getting dropped, you know? And I don't see him getting dropped. But I just think he'll drown. I think he'll drown, what's his name? I think he's going to drown Hani and take him down. Maybe Barcelos makes it competitive some rounds, but loses it. So I'll go 29-28. Close competitive fight, but Umar wins it last 2 rounds. Plus Umar has a good KO factor on the feet, which could play into something. But I'll go Umar. Definitely winning this one. Odds are ridiculous. But yeah, 26 years old to 35-year-old in Barcelos. Yeah, I'll definitely pick Umar. Moving on at the card. Ketlen Vieira versus Raquel Pennington. Ooh, what an interesting one, guys. I can't wait. Yeah, I'll go Ketlen Vieira. Raquel Pennington, yeah, it's just, she has been winning a bunch lately, and I respect that. But Aspen Ladd, like, she made that fight very competitive, but won it there against Aspen Ladd. And Macy Chasson, like, she got guillotined, you know. And Penny Kianzad, close fight again, where if you look into it more, she could arguably lose that fight, but Pennington did win that, in my opinion. Don't know how you can score that to Penny Kianzad, who was once good in her career, but I don't know where she is now. And Marion Renault, like, boring fight. Holm beat her. I thought Holly Holm beat Ketlen Vieira, too. I think that was a bit of a robbery, but I know people won't like that. I know people won't like me saying that, but that was probably top 5 robberies of the year. Holm clearly won that fight. And Miesha Tate, she got she did get scolded. Miesha Tate just got scolded by Lauren Murphy, so Ketlen Vieira is nothing much, and I think she'll win it just because, I don't know, I think she'll just use some grappling on Raquel Pennington and mix it up here and there and land some kicks at range. Close fight, though. I don't really care. Ketlen wins. Moving on, up the card. Yeah, winner of that one, though, arguably can get a title shot. Pinelli Soriano versus Roman Kopylov. I'm going Pinelli Soriano. I can't say this guy's name. Pinelli Soriano will win this one, I think. I just think Kopylov needs to mix it up here. I don't think he'll do anything on the feet to Soriano. What are the odds to this fight? Pinelli's the favorite. Kopylov just doesn't. He just is not going to win this, man. He needs to mix it up. And Chirico, nothing great, man. I've said this. Chirico's nothing special. And I get he won. And it was a good fight, but close rounds in there as well. Darayev beat him. You know, and he couldn't finish Darayev. And he had opportunities to get it done there, but he just didn't. I just don't see him winning. Carl Roberson submitting you, like, and he's beating Cans and Fight Nights Global, like, he beat 19-10, 6-2, 9-2 are good, but actually he's been alright competition, but not really. Soriano will win this one, in my opinion. He beat Daltrad and Bula, had a good win. He's back on the winning streak there. And the Maximov fight, he did get out-grappled, but Maximov, you don't see Kopylov out-grappling people. Maximov's good at that. And Allen is looking great recently. So yeah, I'll definitely go with I'll go. I know Soriano lost in defeat to Allen, but I don't see Kopylov poking at him like Allen. So I'll definitely go Soriano. Moving on the card to the co-main event, Dan Ige versus Damon Jackson. I'm taking Damon Jackson here. I think it's near evens. I just don't think Ige's. I think his takedown defense is so shit, and people aren't realizing this. The Evloev fight, whatever. Evloev out-grappled him. It's Movzar Evloev. Still not a good sign for Ige getting destroyed in the grappling department there, but whatever. Evloev won. Josh Emmett fight. There was no grappling taking place. Some people thought he won the fight. I think that's ridiculous. I think Emmett clearly won 1-3, but still a competitive close fight. Korean Zombie. It's just Ige. You think Ige would improve, but he's just not improving at all. And I think Damon Jackson is very good. I think he's. I wasn't sold on him before the Pat Sabatini fight, but after destroying Sabatini like that and getting front kicks here and there, Evloev was landing weird shots in the feet, and Ige couldn't figure it out. I just think he'll beat Dan Ige. Yeah, Ilia Topuria beat him, but it's different with Topuria and Ige. I know, But when he beat Pat Sabatini that easily, when I thought Pat Sabatini was very good, and when Jackson beat him, I was like, okay, this Jackson guy's really good. And he destroyed Mela Kirk, Charles Rosa. I just think he'll win this one, grappling with Ige for 3 rounds, getting a finish. I'll go finish for Jackson. Why not? No. Decision. Couldn't finish Charles Rosa in that, so I'll take a decision for Jackson. 30-27. People need to realize Ige has nothing. I know Jackson's worrying on the feet as well. We don't really know his stand-up since the Topuria fight, really, but I think he'll out-grapple Jackson. But Gavin Tucker got KO'd, but I don't care. Yeah, I don't care. And he should have lost to Barboza. Moving on, up the card to the main event. Let me get out of here. Kelvin Gastelum versus Nasruddin Imavov. I was picking Gastelum before this. I was going to pick Gastelum. Because Imavov showed so much holes he showed a lot of cardio holes against Joaquin Buckley. I just think he'll win against Gastelum now. Because now, I was back and forth, about a few weeks ago. I was back and forth on this, Gastelum, I just don't trust Gastelum, man. Even if he wins, good for him if he wins this one. Really good for him. He's back on track. He just beat Nasruddin Imavov, a prospect coming up. I just don't see him winning. He's been out for a year and a half. He was in there 2021 August. Late August. I just don't see him getting this one done. He was supposed to fight last year against Dricus du Plessis and Imavov himself, but he's fighting Imavov now, and I just think Imavov's getting this one, man. I really do. He did arguably win against Cannonier, but he lost on a knockdown. That's why. He just lost based off a knockdown, and Cannonier was landing the harder shots, but that isn't a good sign for Cannonier. Let's be real there, but Whitaker scolded him. He beat Ian Heinich, but Ian Heinich got TKO'd by Imavov. Imavov dominated him and destroyed him and TKO'd him. Gastelum went to a competitive decision where he won. And Hermanson heel hooked him. Darren Till clearly beat him, which isn't aging well at all. And Adesanya, the war against Adesanya. Gastlelum at one point was good, but he isn't there anymore. He isn't there. Not the best of shape either. I just think he's 31. He's only 31. Fair play to him. But Imavov is just a prospect. 26. 6'3", which is crazy. Gastlelum, I think, 5'9". 5'9". I was correct. But he beat Buckley. And even then, people think about the third round. I think about the third round. And Imavov was destroying Joaquin Buckley. Destroying him the first 2 rounds. Dominating him in Paris. Like, that's good, man. Like, and he destroyed Shabazi and Heinich. The Haas fight's sus, but Haas cheated a lot. I'm going with Imavov. Imavov will win 49-46. Unanimous decision. Yeah. Imavov wins. Yeah. Gastlelum maybe gets the last 2 rounds. Maybe gets round 4, but loses the first 3 and 5. But Imavov wins. Like and subscribe. Thank you for watching. This is the full card breakdown and in detail predictions for UFC Fight Night and UFC Fight Night Vegas 67. Imavov versus Gastlelum. And yeah, peace.